first of all, I would like to ask, is there any change in the ecosystem since you started that makes you think that makes you wish that you started now? How has the ecosystem changed?
I think what has happened in the ecosystem is that in today's environment, you have a market opportunity which is already there. Back in 2005, 6, I think we guys still had to invest a lot of time and effort in terms of building the opportunity. However, on the flip side, the competitive environment today is very different. So if I had to choose, I would rather be on that side than be in today's hyper-competitive environment.
So what is your view on the whole consolidation in this sector? We've seen some mergers.
Sure.
What is your take on the trend?
I think consolidation is a reality of what's happening, whether it happens in the shape or form of consolidation of one company being acquired by another, or some of those just shutting shop. I think both will happen. So the industry is bound to consolidate. I don't think the market is large enough in today's day and environment to support as many number of players that exist. I think maybe it was you guys only who wrote an article about the 13 likely M&As in the industry, right? So I think that's bound to happen. Yeah.
What are your acquisition plans now? What sector would you look at?
At the moment, I think we've got our hands full with the acquisitions that we've made in the last 24 months, especially Travel Guru, which is a fairly large size acquisition. So the focus at the moment is more towards integrating the acquisitions that we've made, making sure that we are able to justify the return on the investment made in the acquisitions. But going forward, if I was to look at a sector that I would want to get into, right, it's likely to be on the mobile technology front. Right, something which has a technology element and enables a consumer service using a mobile device, I think is a large opportunity just waiting to be tapped.
How is it being integrated?
Buzz has been an interesting acquisition. I think it's a small company that we acquired. However, the beauty of Buzz is that by integrating Buzz's offers into a flight booking process, we are able to create a perceived difference in a commodity product. Domestic flight transactions have become a near commodity business. So it's only these small perceived differences which get the customer to come back to you, and that's how Buzz is helping us in terms of providing value adds to the customer who's coming to book a flight.
So in the 7-year span of Yatra, you must have seen a lot of highs and lows in your own time, and there was a time when the OTA market went through its own correction cycle. So what were your thoughts then?
I think as always, as I said, you need to like the smell of risk. Without that, you can't be an entrepreneur. It's an ever-changing industry. We, of late, have also gone through another shift with Kingfisher folding up. The environment and the economics of the business changed significantly post that happening. But at each of these points, you need to tell yourself that the opportunity is large enough, you've got the right team in place, you've got adequate capital, and you'll be able to find your way through. You need to have that self-belief. That's what I mean by being the Duracell bunny, that you constantly need to keep hopping up and down and believing that whatever life throws at you or the startup environment throws at you, you'll be able to find a way out of it. The business today is not even like 25-30% of what we had projected in the initial business plan. Right? We never thought we'll be running 27 stores. We never thought we will have 13,000-14,000 travel agents buying from us. All these are innovations that came up along the line when we started coming down and building a business. You realize that these opportunities were there. We realized that customers had not moved on online. There is a huge cash market in India. So people still are reluctant about using credit cards. All these gave rise to different opportunities which we did not scope out when we initially started. So I think the same will happen as we go forward.
And now the biggest question is, when do we see an IPO from Yatra?
I have a board meeting coming up shortly, and that's going to be, again, the first question that we'll be asked. And the honest answer is that in this environment, it's hard to put a date to it.
Okay, but what would you look at? What would you prefer, a US listing or an Indian listing?
See, the challenge with an Indian listing is that you don't have enough comps. Right? For those of you who are not familiar, when you go and list on a stock exchange, you have analysts who are covering your entity, your company. And for analysts to make the investment in covering your entity, there have to be multiple other entities in that sector for them to invest their time and effort in covering that sector. I think in India, internet suffers from coverage. That apart from Naukri at the moment, there isn't really a real internet company which is out there. So we would still look at an overseas listing. That seems the most likely proposition. However, given that there isn't a time frame to it, things could change. We could have one or two other internet companies list in India, and then the dynamics would change significantly.
Okay, So, but how are you managing your relationship with the investors? Are they very patient from an exit point of view?
It's important that you have that trust. See, it takes time to build that trust with the investor, and I feel uh, take taking someone's money and working with someone as an investor or a VC is literally like getting married, right? I spend more time literally in office and talking to my investors than I do talking to my wife, and that's a constant complaint she has. But you can't get away from it. So you need to make sure you choose the right partner. You choose the partners who believe that you as a team have the capability to execute. Because opportunities will change, market dynamics will change, but the fundamentals of you as a team remain the same. So if they are confident in you as a team, they will be patient enough.
Okay, lastly, what are the steps that you are taking to move to the top position in your own sector?
I think our market itself is growing very well. It's a large enough opportunity. So at the moment, I'm not too worried about what's happening with our largest competitor, and we are number two and they are number one. I think the focus at the moment for both of us, beyond a certain point, is to grow the market. Right? Internet penetration, as we saw, is maybe 8-10%. Online internet penetration is only about 15 to 20% of the overall market. So there is a massive amount of upside at the moment. Our businesses, if we continue to perform in the right manner, will be multiple X in terms of size of where we are today. It's not a zero-sum game between them and us at the moment. And I think that's where the focus is. It's more about growing your own pie and growing your own business. Whether it takes you to number one or not, we'll have to wait and watch.